Okay, where did this guy go? Okay, cool. Omkar, if you can switch on your camera, I'm just waiting for you. But yeah,
Yeah, just
cool, no problem. Hello, everyone, and welcome to RK Crick Talkies. Today, I have seven beautiful gentlemen along with me, including me. There are eight. So we're all beautiful gentlemen. I know that. But at the same point of time, I just wanted to say a big thanks to all these amazing personalities as well. We have cricket analysts. We have an experienced umpire as well. We can also ask him like what would be the pressure for umpires in the live game on the decision making abilities as well. I'll be asking a particular question to one specific person. I'm sure you will be getting to know in the video going forward. So with that being said, without any further ado, let me welcome each and every single one of you. We have Prateek, Sanchit, Raumin, Mahesh, Anirudh, Kiran, and Omkar. So welcome all the gentlemen here. So the first question here is like, what exactly went wrong for Team India in the second test? I would definitely start with Omkar, or I would definitely start with Pratik. Anybody can go ahead and take this particular question.
for talking in too deep, I would say I would just mention few points. I don't think our bowling has been degrade. They were all on point. Just need to focus on some other plans too, as they did not follow the backup plans, which can be tried to test Travis Head. And I guess that where the match changed everything. Travis Head was the difference in India versus Australia any day. If we see WTC final, even World Cup final, and this one also. So I guess Travis Head could have been tackled quite differently. And again, others think our batting lineup has been. I don't think so. It's really promising. It shows on promising, but on paper. But I think there could be some changes or not changes, but some improvements in their batting techniques also. As some senior players also not performing well, they need to dig deep and their techniques and try to do best what we can expect them from next three tests. So that's all from my side.
Okay, that's so. I mean, your insights are so valuable, Pratik. I would like also would like to take a couple of views from Omkar as well, just to understand because the seriousness of the Border Gavaskar Trophy is not less than compared to Ashes. Okay,
Right.
India comfortably won the first test match, and the second test match again, like we just gave them the target of 18 runs, which is just a minimum score, I need to say. So, what's your views on the second test, Omkar?
I think if you just see the Perth test, right? If you see starting from the toss, bearing a couple of things, everything just clicked for India, right on the point. But in this test match, bearing Nitish Kumar Reddy's batting and obviously Jasprit Bumrah was really good and on the point with the ball. Nothing has been on the point. I think not just the batting, our bowling has also a very big issue, and that is over dependence on Jasprit Bumrah. If you would have watched the first test, on the second day, when Mitchell Stark was batting really well, Jasprit Bumrah had to come back in for another spell to get him out. That point, I realized that big problem that Jasprit Bumrah, our bowling is basically very dependent on him. We really need Bumrah to come back and bowl one more spell, and that really tires him. And that might affect his availability in the series. When he was injured for a while, my heart stopped beating. To be honest, I was really scared. If Bumrah is gone, then our series is on the line. But thankfully, he recovered and he bowled well. But yeah, Siraj bowled well. I think Siraj bowled well. The numbers which he returned do not they do not show how well he bowled. I think our third seamer is basically the difference. They had Scott Boland, which is a replacement bowler. He's not someone who's going to play in the playing 11, but he was fabulous. But our third seamer, I'm not going to blame Harshit Rana here. He is basically a fast track cricketer. We should not just be very quick and just blame on that guy. He has a very less experience, and he has played pretty much less first class games. I think one big flaw I have noticed is basically India. See, there are many cleverer guys than us in the Indian team, and they know what they did wrong. And on the second day, they knew that they didn't attack the stumps much in the third session of the first day, so they corrected it. But my point here is, you are great. You know all the strategies. You corrected everything. Morgan Mokal also said that in the presentation, we know this, we did this wrong, and we corrected this. That's fine. But why you have to wait for the entire session or entire day to end? Why not you can correct that right when Bumrah completed his first couple of overs or after his first spell? Why can't you do that? Only point of concern is why can't you correct your mistakes right when the match is going on? You have much better analysts, much better resources, much polished data than all we guys have. So basically, I I know that there are much better thinkers of the game than all of us combined. Definitely in that dugout. So that's my point of concern. Is there are many senior players in that team which were playing Ashwin, Bumrah, Rohit, Virat. So why were not they proactive such that to realize what Australia did well and what we didn't do well? Also, our batters did not leave much balls than the Aussies did. I think people are talking about Travis Head, but what my opinion is, it is a bit controversial. I think much better than Travis Head. If I am an Aussie fan, I'm thankful to Nathan McSweeney and Marnus Labuschagne. If both those guys would not have played down the third session, I don't think Travis Head would have done much. Because when did Travis Head come? You notice he came in the next session when Steven Smith got out. The conditions were much better to bat. I'm sure if India would have lost couple of wickets or max 3 wickets in yesterday's session, if Rohit Sharma would have come here to bat fresh on the fresh wicket on the fresh morning, he would have eaten the Australian bowlers. What Rohit Sharma is doing is, I'm a Rohit Sharma fan. I take pride in. I'm from a decade. I'm Rohit Sharma's fan, and it is very disheartening to see him struggling so much. I'm telling you really honestly. I have not seen Rohit Sharma struggle so much, and it was really, really, I'm very hurt to see him bat like that. And I really hope he comes at the top order to bat, because when the score is 0-1-0, he has greater chance to take the control of the game from the right beginning. And yeah, like Virat and Rohit, yeah, they are point of concern. But yeah, in the batting, we are completely dependent on Yashasvi Jaiswal. That this young guy who is just coming on Australian soil for the very first time, he will give us a good start, and then we will capitalize on that. This is not going to work. Shubman Gill did very well in the first tour, but he has been getting starts in the test, both the innings. But yeah, the second innings, that ball Stark bowled to him, and also Pat Cummins bowled a nearly perfect delivery for a right arm simmer to a right-handed batter. So yeah, those deliveries were quite good. But yeah, I think I watched Sunil Gavaskar said something on Rohit Sharma. Basically, he said that his sweep movement is not that tentative when he came out to bat. I agree on that. Like when you basically, I still think that he's a bit underdone, which is again, I'm saying it's really disheartening for me to see. I really want him to come really good. And yeah, as far as I have seen Rohit Sharma's captaincy for so many years, I have noticed one thing. When he is not in the best of his form, his captaincy is affected. And I think you would also agree on that. I've not say he did some blinders or everything, but yeah, he allowed the game to drift a bit. I really like his captaincy, but yeah, and it can happen to most of the people, right? Pat Cummins' bowling was not really good, and so his captaincy was also affected. So it happens. I'm not saying it is a time to panic much for Indian team, but yeah, like if we have to work on something, then it's our batting. To be honest, like under lights, pink ball, we can say we were not prepared, and we also do not have much experience playing with the pink ball. But it is not just the pink ball, na. New Zealand in the New Zealand series as well, we struggled against spin here also. If we forgot we were bundled out for 150, why? Because they were 63 for 7 at the end of the day. This was also a problem in the first test. So it is not just pink ball problem, it is a red ball problem, and we have to rectify that. And we just have 5 days. Gaba is not going to be easier. Brisbane is very, very difficult when you to play for a touring team. And if we have to repeat something like which we did in Gaba, that was a miracle, and miracle don't like happen very often. We have to play well from the beginning. Like when India does well in Test cricket, more often than not, we
Uh,
start well.
I would just sorry to interrupt you, but
Yeah, yeah, sure.
I mean, I'll take segment by segment. I mean, if you don't mind,
Yeah,
but
sure, sure.
because your analysis matters, and we are happy to take your analysis as well. But like understanding all these scenarios, like we have other panelists as well. I would like to
Yes,
give
yes,
them an
yes.
opportunity, but I mean, I'm so sorry to interrupt you at this point of time.
No,
Not
no,
right
no,
now,
no, no
but
problem.
yeah, I'll definitely come back to you on the further more reviews. Now, my next question would be either to Mahesh or to Kiran right now. Like talking about the Indian batting order, our top six, when I say top six, Yashasvi Jaiswal, KL Rahul, Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, Rishabh Pant, and Rohit Sharma. Okay. The top six of the well known names who have been performing so well in the Indian conditions, apart from the New Zealand Test, they have very good numbers when they play at India. But what's happening when they're traveling overseas, and especially by looking at this particular pink ball test, are there any corrections to be made? Anybody, Mahesh or Kiran, anybody can go ahead for this particular question.
So, personally, I feel that India have gone with Yashasvi Jaiswal and KL Rahul for this particular test. But my opinion is that Indian team should have gone for Rohit and Yashasvi as an opening pair. As we have seen from last over the years, I think that pair was like kind of is settling down the Indian batting order, I think. And I think for the birth test, I think Rahul came as a replacement, I guess. So that's why I think that if Rahul might have batted down the order, like at 5 or 6 position, that might have given a depth for the Indian batting attack. And for if we see, like unfortunately, Virat haven't been able to perform in this test, but I guess the last inning in Perth was phenomenal.
Mhm.
I think his experience does matter for our team, and he's after. If we see over the last few years for BGT, I think Virat's experience and his aggression is phenomenal for Indian team. So I guess if we talked about like our 5 or 6 batsmen, they are have been contributed for us like from past few months, and I think Nitish Kumar Reddy have been added as a youngster who might have not that experience, but he has shown what he is capable of. So I guess we should continue with this same team, but we have to change some batting order for upcoming Brisbane Test.
Okay, so when you ask about the changes in the batting order, whom would you replace with? I mean, I am sure that you're going to talk about KL Rahul. So if you are going to bring back, like, are you going to bring back Rohit Sharma as an opening batsman?
Yes, I think it should happen.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay, so now, Mahesh, the concerns are now rising as the senior pros in our batting order. Especially when I talk about the senior pros, it might be KL Rahul, it might be Virat Kohli, or it might be Rohit Sharma. So in our top six, uh, if these three senior pros are not able to contribute, the batting order entirely started to collapse. Like we have seen that in the first test, we have seen that in the New Zealand, and now there are major concerns in a batting order to replace these three people, and to get their backup replacements as well. So, what's your thoughts on it?
Like we should test the possibilities before BGT only.
Hmm.
Now we don't have chance. We should continue with the top six. So after this BGT, we should shift from younger players like Dhruv Jurel. We have like KS Bharat. He played BGT, and we have so many players who can back up for not that quality, but we should need to move on further. Like we have seen Virat Kohli last 4 innings only 100, and not and next 3 innings the same ball, same mistake, same wicket. And the KL Rahul, like he's shifting in positions, batting positions. Like it's not ideal for him. Like he played number 4 for one time, like opening for like one time. Like we should stick to the batting positions, in my opinion. That's it. Yeah.
I mean, exactly. I'm totally with you, Mahesh, because when you're not being consistent in your batting order, like what exactly India used to do over a period of years, like number three of Cheteshwar Pujara, number four Virat Kohli. Their batting lineup would have been so strong, and there would have been the roles have been defined very clearly to all these players to either stick on to the wicket and continue your natural game. So, I mean, I just wanted to ask like a couple of questions here. First, I'll go to Sanchit and then understand here how challenging it would be for Team India not to have Cheteshwar Pujara after seeing the downfall of Indian cricket, especially with the New Zealand series and with the ongoing Border Gavaskar Trophy as well, Sanjit.
Yeah, man. Means, as we can say, Tatis was a good test player. He knows how to stay on the pitch. He doesn't go for a rash shot. So he doesn't go for a rash shot. He builds in innings. And sorry, and sorry, and as you can see from the past, he has been a good test player. He has helped the team very much. Means I don't know what was their thinking by not selecting Chetan Pujara, or also I could say Ajinkya Rane, because in last BGT Ajinkya Rane was so good as a player as a player and also the captain. He captained the series, I guess, and also the captain was so good in the last BGT. I don't know what was he thinking by not selecting him or Pujara either. Means they both are a test player. They both are a test player. They both are the test player. Their specialty is the that test match, and also they are good in Australian condition also. So I don't know. That's my point. That's my opinion, Vince.
Exactly. I mean, if you're looking at like, if you ask my particular views, like we have dropped some certain senior most players who have been performed really, really well. Last time when you have actually toured down under, and when Virat Kohli was not there, it was Ajinkya Rahane who actually stood up, and everybody thought the series would have been over when India got out, lost very badly in the ping pong test, and nobody knew that who actually won, and it was during a COVID period of time, and all our players were getting injured. It was Hanuma Vihari, it was Ajinkya Rahane, and every single player, whomever they used to travel for Australia, they did not give up. Those grit and determination we are exactly missing in this particular series. There is something a serious concern when we are actually going into the final of the World Test Championship. So if this India comes up with a specific plan, because we still have three more tests to be sorted and to secure that number one spot in the World Test Championship Series race. So if India comes up strong, really, really well with all these dimensions, like the areas that they need to focus upon, and the roles have to be clearly defined, that any ball which is actually going towards your fifth stump and the sixth stump, we need to start leaving the ball. And that's exactly the mentality should be described. All the roles and descriptions have to be clearly defined to the top six, because your top six is going to contribute much more and stronger. So now I would like to come to Anirudh to understand the new youngster, what we are exactly seeing right now in the likes of Nitish Kumar Reddy. So we have seen him, like how exactly he performed with Sunrisers Hyderabad. He performed really, really well. And the way he has been retained for the upcoming season of 2025, there he started his rise. He started debuting for Team India in a T20 circuit, and then he got an India cap as well. There also he performed really well. Now, should we need to start make utilizing him as an all-rounder, or should we more focus on his batting skills?
Uh, Actually, definitely we have to utilize him as an all-rounder, because we have also seen that he can bowl a few overs, and he has also gotten a few wickets in the IPL. So he should play more as a batting all-rounder. And another thing I've noticed about his batting is maybe he is trying to play too many big shots and too many fancy shots, like how batters play in T20 cricket. Maybe if I understand that he wants to play aggressively, but sometimes we need some the aggression should not happen every ball. Like sometimes he can show aggression, sometimes he should stay at the crease, defend, tire out the bowlers. If he can stay at the crease and if he can spend more time at the crease and play for more time without playing big shots every ball, maybe then his batting can go to the next level. And coming to his bowling also, maybe in the seaming tracks, swinging tracks, where the like in England and South Africa and all, if you see, the ball pitches, it swings everywhere. In overcast conditions, it will help the seamers. In those kind of pitches, his bowling will also play a major role because in seaming conditions, all you need to do is just bowl through the seam. The pitch will take care of the
The rest.
swinging and all those things. We have seen. I've also seen many matches where even slightly better bowlers, part-time fast bowlers, have been very effective in overcast and swinging conditions. So definitely we have to utilize him as a batting all-rounder. Only thing is he should, as I said, he should have calm aggression. I've even noticed Rishabh Pant also. Sometimes in the name of aggression, some of their shots are looking needless and reckless. They should learn to play according to the situation and spend more time at the crease. Then it will be great for our team. Yeah.
I mean, exactly. I mean, just to summarize, like what Anirudh have totally mentioned is like when you're playing a particular format of any particular cricket, you need to adapt to that particular game situation and match awareness. Because when you're T20 is altogether a different ball game. When you're coming into a test, it's completely a new ball game altogether. You just have to stick your crease, make the balls tire, and that's how you are exactly going to win a particular test. So now, with that being said, I would now come back to Pratik for this particular question to understand the Indian lower middle order. So when I talk about the Indian lower middle order, the way they have contributed, especially both Nitish Rana and Ravichandran Ashwin, before I go into the last three. So the contribution what Ravi Ashwin has made in this particular test, and what would be the thought process of both Rohit Sharma and Gautam Gambhir in bringing in Ravichandran Ashwin in this particular test?
As for talking about lower middle order, I I think it's my opinion only. I think KL Rahul should play down the order. He looked in good touch, so I wanted to utilize as much possible from him. I want to take out everything that he can contribute. And even for telling about Rishabh Pant and Nitish Kumar Reddy. So Nitish Kumar Reddy has been a surprise element for all the Australian players. They don't know about him. Only Pat Cummins know him. He played in T20 league, and but for his test contribution, they have no idea about it. Same with Harshit Rana, who got wickets in first test also. Rishabh Pant, they have planned really well for Rishabh Pant. Even I said Ravichandran Ashwin, Nitish Kumar Reddy. The Australian bowlers have planned for bouncers and they got all the wickets. I think selection of Ravichandran Ashwin was on only basis of his pink ball test records, as he is the currently highest wicket taker for India in pink ball test. So the experience doesn't come that easily. You have to play, you have to perform. That's why you are being chosen there. So it the selection of Washington Sundar was also a good thing, but I also thought that the experience of Ravichandran Ashwin can make a difference with his batting skills also. But he hasn't done any good in this test also. But I see in future in next three tests, if he plays, he can do good. He has that caliber, has six centuries in Test cricket, and can play a valuable supporting role for any of them, like Rishabh Pant or Nitish Kumar Reddy. As we see that Nitish was playing reckless shot, just like Anirudh said. But I think he didn't get the wicket at the end. That's why he was playing big shots. Otherwise, he was playing fluently with batting with the Pant and Ashwin also. If Pant and Ashwin got out, then he has no other option. He has to make quick runs and uh, pose the pressure on Aussie bowlers, so that they can panic and bowl more loose deliveries to him, or they start to shift the focus to Nitish Kumar Reddy for saving his runs instead of taking wickets of other tailenders. So I think he was well on point with his plans. He has batted really well. I'm becoming a fan of him, as he has the most success now, and tackling every bowler like Stark, Pat Cummins, and Scott Boland also. He has tackled everyone. His mentality is really positive. As I think yesterday it was last ball, and Scott Boland was bowling, and I thought he should defend the last ball, so don't take any risk. But he hit a 4 to the last ball, which is very quite unusual in Test cricket. If you are at the end of the day, you should save your wicket. But he's positive with his ball also, with bat also. That's why this positivity is getting him more results. Uh, I in For going for the next test, I guess Brisbane it is. It's also a fast pitch, and I think we can go for another pacer like Akashdeep Singh in place of Ravichandran Ashwin, or we can also play Washington Sundar. If we got four pacers, we got more chances for uh, wickets. And I personally think that the top 6 or 7 batters which we have has to take responsibility, has to do the batting well. You can't depend on some all rounders who have part time batting or bowling to do the unfinished work left by the senior players. They should take responsibility, even if there is Rohit Sharma, Gill, Virat Kohli, and KL Rahul. All four must dig deep and take responsibility for what have been the result of second test. I guess our senior players have failed miserably. It's not up to the point. I have expected much more things from Virat Kohli after his century in Perth Test, but the same 2 balls and same 2 wickets from him, which was not acceptable for me. And even for KL Rahul, they left all the offside of balls, but lost his wicket on a ball going leg side, which was, I don't know what he was thinking. He was thinking for quick runs, but you got a hold for some time, for 5 overs, 6 overs, 10 overs. Then you can capitalize any bowler any time, and you can score runs as much as possible. I think KL Rahul has that capability to hold innings. He should get more chance and more. I mean, if he plays down the order, which will stabilize the team, and he can utilize as much of his batting skills down the order more, uh, rather than opening, which he has to face like the all fresh bowlers like Stark and Pat Cummins. He can play better against them in down the order after 20 overs or 30 overs, maybe 50 or 60 overs. If India plays still 60, 70 overs, then it's well and good. He can be there for second ball also, second new ball. So he's the only player currently who can stabilize the middle order. Uh, that's all.
Okay. I mean, overall, the views, whatever you have given, like just to summarize to all of us, it's like you talked about this short selection of KL Rahul. You also talked about the Nitish Kumar Reddy, the X factor of Indian cricket right now. The kind of short selections what he has been making, and the attitude what he's going is a never die attitude. And moreover, we're also talking about like stabilizing our Indian middle order, which is exactly the backbone, like how exactly a test cricket has to be played. Before coming to the other panelists, I wanted to introduce Roman right now and ask about this particular incident which has exactly happened in the test cricket, in this particular match. Rauman is also an umpire who actually officiated lots and lots more of the domestic games within India. Uh, So now, Roman, this particular question, why I'm asking with you is the controversy between Travis Head and Mohammad Siraj. As soon as he got his wicket, Travis had told that he told like you have bowled really well, but on the other hand, Siraj was bit frustrated. Okay, so we can understand why the frustration was all about because he stabilized Australian innings and he done lots of other things as well. So being an umpire, what would be your view in that particular incident?
So like that, Raj, there are certain provisions which known as the code of conduct, which has been published by the ICC. There are several level of offenses which we have gone through the news that there has been booked for the level one, level two, level three offenses, depending upon the the seriousness of the particular offense. So we all know that this is a outfield game. There should be some banters there, but within the limitations. We all are there to respect the game, respect the opponents, and everything should be there, but within its limitations.
Exactly.
So whenever such a kind of things occurs, people are just started to notice such a things after the incident of Harshit Rana in IPL. He has been fined for so and so match fees, and people just started to know that this is also come under code of conduct. So
Exactly.
definitely there is a code of conduct. He has been a book under the for some demerit point to both the parties. I think for the head and the Siraj as well. This has been given to them after the match. And one more thing is that there has been after the conclusion of the match or after the particular day, it will be the hearing of these instances. Match referee will definitely ask them to come with their respective managers, and in that particular case he said that the incident was happened, and generally the people are going to accept it, and they are going to give the demerit points accordingly. So it will be the breach of code of conduct but for the public and the media guys, they have something like a spices over there. They have created the hype around it, but when it's come to the cricketing code of conduct, it is something that you are not respecting the game. So from that point of view, it's something that they are not respected the game, and they are definitely going to book under the code of conduct for sure. They have demerit points for sure for this.
Exactly. I mean, if anybody like for all our fans like who are exactly watching, why did I ask this particular question with Roman is because he might have already faced certain incidents like this. I would definitely go back to Roman in the future to understand more about the rules and the regulations what the player should have. He talked about the offenses, different levels of offenses from level 1 to level 3, and the kind of penalties that can be actually incurred on individual players who has been a part of any particular incident on and off the field, because we all know the cricket is being playing both with physically and it's also a mental game as well. Thank you so much, Roman, for all your inputs. Don't go, I have a couple of more questions for you as well before we conclude this particular live stream. So now I would like to go back to Kiran and Mahesh for my next question. uh, Talking about our bowling lineup, there have been questions started to rise even in the post-match presentation. Rohit Sharma did not take off that particular view about Mohammad Shami. He openly told the doors are open for Mohammad Shami. He can come back at any point of time. So are we like making too late? Because it's just another three more test matches what we see before we go to the final. Let me start with Mahesh this time around.
Uh, yes, I think our bowling is solely dependent on Bumrah for early dismissals. Like Siraj is picking the wickets, but he's picking very late, like in not in time. It's Shemi would give us early wickets if Bumrah has not taken them. Bumrah will give us economical spells, and other side Shemi can attack. So I think it's late, but we don't know the fitness of the Shemi now. Also, like he is facing some issues in this match. He has returned in some half of the match backside. Something injury concerns are there for him, so he's
Mustaq
not.
Ali Trophy. Yeah.
Yeah, but Shami must come. Like he's a wicket taker, genuine wicket taker with his seam presentation. That's it. Shami should come if he's fit. If he's fit, really fit. So
Okay.
that's my point of view.
So you are saying that only the fitness is being a concern for Mohammad Shami of late.
Shami,
Now, Kiran,
yeah,
if I want to talk about the future of Indian cricket with the likes of Bumrah, we all know his abilities. We all know what Siraj can do. He has a great experience down under. Last time around, he was a leading bowler for Australia for Team India under the captaincy of Ajinkya Rahane. Now, uh, to bring back Mahmood Shami and to leave Harshit Rana, how difficult call it would be for Gautam Gambhir and also Rohit Sharma.
Raj, to be honest, I feel Australia came up with a plan that in first test, as we see, I think Archit Rana got 3 wickets in first innings, and he's along with Bumrah, they have totally shackled the Australian batting lineup. So I think for this particular test, I think he have gone for few runs, few more runs than the other bowlers. But I do feel that Archit Rana is capable of test cricket, and he can be a game changer for sure as well. Because I think along with Jasprit Bumrah, you have to be a bowler who can bowl with equal intensity and potential, who can also who can might also be aggressive on batsmen as well. Like if you see, like you keep on bowling bouncers to batsmen, and I think he's a fearless bowler. So I think it would be a tough decision for I think Gautam Gambhir as our head coach as for replacing him. But I do feel that Harshit Rana should be given opportunity for Brisbane Test as well.
Exactly. So you're still backing Harshit Rana as the third seamer for Team India. Okay. Now, before coming to Omkar and Raumen, I just wanted to understand from Anirudh right now. So, should India go for with another seamer in the for third Test match at Brisbane?
I guess, yeah, maybe because I am not satisfied with Harshit Rana's performance because on seaming pitches which are giving assistance, he did well in Perth. But here in Adelaide, once the wicket got flat, he is going for many runs. So I believe that maybe Prasidh Krishna or even Akashdeep will be able to do better than Harshit Rana because I have seen Prasidh Krishna. He has pace and bounce, so that might trouble the batters. Before this series, India A versus Australia A matches have happened. In that, Prasidh Krishna has bowled really well. So I believe that maybe Prasidh Krishna or Akashdeep, even Akashdeep has done well in the New Zealand series where even when the pitch was assisting spinners, he has bowled well and he has taken a few wickets. So I believe that maybe Prasidh Krishna or Akashdeep can replace Harshit Rana. But otherwise, maybe Siraj and Bumrah, I trust them because they have the experience. And anyways, we are going to get Shami back in the last 2 tests. So yeah, maybe this change, Prasidh Krishna or Akashdeep can replace Harshit Rana. That is my view.
Hmm. A great view from you, Anirudh. Thank you so much for it. Coming back to you, Raumen, to understand this particular question. Now, as a cricket analyst and a Team India fan, so there have been a lot of questions which has been raised over the leadership of Rohit Sharma because we have seen how well uh, Jasprit Bumrah had led Team India uh, in the first test, and now there have been a concerns over his captaincy as well, and also the coaching mentality of Gautam Gambhir. You can take me through these 2 points from Rohit Sharma's leadership to Gautam Gambhir coachancy and his team selection.
See, Raj, for me, when it comes to deciding the leadership for the so and so person, I think and the coaching mentorship skills of the so and so person. It's important to go through the mind of so and so players. Why thoughts are raising as of now is due to the current form of Rohit Sharma, and the more importantly, we have lost the series at home, and the situations are not in his favor. So if things gone in our favor, we have not even talk about that. So there is no doubt about the capability of the so and so player or the coaching skills about the so and so players. So for me, what is important, we have been used to see in a previous 7 8 years the captainship of Kohli in the test matches. The amount of aggression, what does it brings to the field, and the transition of the Indian cricket, especially in test cricket, which is totally a different flavor we have seen over there. But we cannot expect the same kind of a thing from the Rohit Sharma. We have seen almost 10 12 13 years that the captainship of the Rohit Sharma is totally different. And more important thing is that Jasprit Bumrah has officially captained in one or two matches, and things going well against him for the him. We have won a very good test match at Perth. I also want to add this thing before I'm moving forward. We have to remember that we have won the one of our best test in the overseas when Rohit Sharma and Subman Gill was not there. So there is no doubt about ability. We also need to consider in this particular test the adoption of the pink ball. We are not used to play for the pink ball. 15 days, 13 days, or 14, 15 days are not going to give you the judgment of the pink ball match. The game if this is a red ball, Australia will be in the similar position where they were in the first test. We have hit, we got the 4 almost 4 or 5% of the seam and swing movement on that particular evening, but we aren't been able to control that particular thing because of that pink ball. If that will be the red ball, it will be the different case. Why pink ball is different? Because of an additional layer which keeps it glowy. So it is definitely different than the red ball. We need to understand that. So now I'm coming back to the leadership skills and the leadership group, I can say. It includes the Gambhir as well. So I don't see anything, fishy from the perspective of the management, either from the Rohit Sharma's captaincy. Once you have given him that particular role, we need to believe in him. He is the capable guy who can does the things. Definitely there are some loopholes to be filled, and he is the guy who know how to come back into the certain situation or to manage. He is a good man manager. We are not know the things behind the doors. Everyone is comfortable with his because he's a good man manager. So every leader is to be a good man manager. So he can he can take out the best from the each and every players. So he is a perfect guy in my opinion as of now. Let we definitely decide about the future of test cricket, another leadership role for the player. Another thing I want to add is that people are saying about that Bumrah will be the permanent captain of our side. I don't have any problem with this, or I don't have any doubt about the abilities of Bumrah. But do you think so that there is a workload management policy over there? He might be rested for the so and so matches or series where you have another captain. So it around the cheap and chop things. So management is also considering things like this before appointing someone a so and so person for the captaincy. So we need to understand from that perspective as well. Let's say we are playing in India, a ranked under. Bumrah is rested. So now for that particular test, Gill or vice versa going to doing a captaincy. Again in the third match, Bumrah is a captain. So that change are also going to unsettle the team some or other times. So Bumrah as being a vice captain is a proper good choice in my opinion. You may think about passing on the baton to the upcoming generation after the Rohit Sharma after this series or after WTC if we going to qualify. Hope so. We are going to qualify. I'm really hopeful about that. But these are the things in my opinion it should be remain in the same manner. And I'm again telling you, I don't have any problem with the GG's coach and mentorship. Why? Because there is no GG's role in this particular team. He don't need to taught anyone that you go over there and play like that. No, This is all about individual skills. Once we are going to settle down, or either we are being able to win, one or two ICC tournaments, these people are going to praising him that we have a best coach in the manner of GG. Even though Sastri has done brilliant job for us, but we haven't been able to win any ICC champions ICC trophy under his tenure. But it was something that was not in his control. So it's really important for us to focus on the what are the controllables. I'm really agree with the opinion of Kiran, and at some point of time Pratik, that Rohit should open. Rohit should open, and KL will be in the the middle order particular thing. It might be the little bit of changes here and there. I'm totally accepting it, and I'm really telling you the guys, red ball will be the different ball game, and Australia is also under the pressure. See how many of them have scored the runs. None of them. This will be the bowling shootout. I am, since so long after before the 4, 5, 6 months, I am telling this will be the bowling shootout for sure.
Exactly. Thank you so much for your inputs as a cricket analyst, Raman. So I would like, before concluding this particular video, I would like to have a quick rapid fire from each and every single one of you, because we're just like 3 test matches away in securing the top spot. If India needs to win, what would be the uh, scorecard at the end of series? Pratik, from you.
Sorry, what was the question?
The question is simple. So at the end of 5 test match series, what would be the scenario
Hmm.
like? 3-1 for India or 4-1 for India?
I think India can and India will bounce back, as I don't have any doubt on any player's capability. As I think I want to add some points on Robin's view also, that none of the Australian batters have performed well. Like Marnus Labuschagne had, going to stats, that he has only 150 plus score in last 12 innings. If we leave yesterday's knock, he has only 150 plus score, and same with Steven Smith. He has in 150 score, 50 plus score in 13 innings. So the bad phase goes to every player. I think we shouldn't be doubting on Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma's playing capability, as we know they have done things over the decade over and over, and the opposition also feels the pressure of their presence. They know that if one of them can play, they will take away the match from the Australia. Same goes with us also. If Marnus Labuschagne and Steven Smith plays, we know that he can take away match anytime. The experience and the player caliber is very important in Test cricket to play mind games also. But I think if both of them gets in form, we can definitely achieve it 4-1 or maybe 3-1 also.
3-1. That's a nice scorecard. And you're saying one particular test might end up in a draw. Okay. Coming to you, Sanchit.
Yes.
I even agree with Pratik only. 3-1. I have to go
3-1.
for 3-1. 3-1, it's a good thing.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I would say, sorry, and I would say we have a good team. We have a good team, we have a good squad. We can bounce back. We all know that. So we all know that. A little bit change in bowling mindset and a less dependency on Bumrah could get better, I think. Means we should be less dependent on Bumrah, and all the bowlers should equally contribute to the team. And sorry, and the same thing goes to batsman. Means Kumar Reddy is performing very well. It's a surprise for everybody. Rohit Sharma should be opening. I agree with everybody here. Rohit Sharma should be opening, man. Thank you.
Okay. 3-1. 3-1. What we have right now. Coming to you, Mahesh. What would be the scorecard?
I think 3-2. Like
3-2 for India or 3-2
3-2.
for Australia?
3 for India and Australia 2. Like while we win one test, the next test we are doing many mistakes. We have seen from the past. Like I should agree with all. Rohit Sharma must open, but because he's captain, his confidence is important for the team. If he gets runs, the team will win. That's my point. That's it. 3-2 is my final.
3-2 again.
Yeah.
I mean, a bold call, a very good call. Now to Mr. AG.
Actually, no offense to anyone, but I have a different opinion. I think the series will either end 2-2 or 3-2 in favor of Australia, because I feel we have still not found a plan against Travis Head, because he is always scoring against India. And now that Siraj has, there's a battle that has gone on between Head and Siraj, I think Head will be even more determined to score more runs against Siraj, and next time against India, it will be really tough to contain him. So I think we need to find a way to control Travis Head, because in that Australian lineup, actually, I think only three batters are even capable of performing against us, which is Smith, Labuschagne, and Travis Head. Other batters are not performing that extraordinarily well. Even Kawaja has been out of form. So we need to contain these three batters. But more than the bowling, I feel Indian batters are not able to. In previous generations, we had batters like Dravid, Lakshman, Pujara, Sachin Tendulkar, Rahane. They all used to stay at the crease and play patiently. Like that time, there was not much T20 cricket being played, so they used to stay at the crease. We used to bat. We used to bat out 3 sessions in a day. We used to bat out 1 or 2 days fully. But nowadays, our batters they are playing too many shots. I think we are doing so well in T20 cricket. Sometimes what happens, we get carried away with T20 cricket, and England also invented this term called baseball. So we are also trying to be aggressive and play baseball. There's nothing wrong in playing baseball, but we need to also play sensibly. In the name of baseball, we cannot keep going for shots in test matches. I think that's the problem, and that is why our top order is always having a lot of collapses. I think from our batting in this series so far, I think only KL Rahul has shown signs of patience and staying at the crease, and also Nitish Kumar Reddy has showed a lot of promise. But other batters are so vulnerable, and it seems as if anytime they can get out. That feeling I'm getting. And Australian bowlers also, they're having Stark, Cummins, Boland. They're all so experienced. From the WTC final last year itself, they have been able to continuously get wickets and continuously dent our batting. So I feel somewhere this problem that we are having in our batting might affect us in winning the series. And I'm not. There is also a possibility of 2-2. I think India can win one more test match. But I feel with this problem, this batting problem that we are having, so much dependence goes on Bumrah again. If Bumrah doesn't take wickets, again in the bowling also we are again that Head comes and scores against us. So I feel I will give 2-2 score line. If at all a slight edge I have to give, I'll give it to Australia 3-2 in favor of Australia.
Definitely, we need one particular opinion from Omkar. I'll come back to you, Omkar, on this particular question. Raghav, a quick converse with Raghav is actually asking a particular question to us on YouTube. He's asking a question like, India's batting order is not fixed? Question mark. Players should be given a fixed role for the whole series. So, what's your opinion about this, Roman?
I think Raj, I will go into in the opinion of that. We need to stabilize our batting line for sure. As of now, when things are coming to deciding that so and so person is there, so and so person is that, it seems so bit vulnerable. I think I don't have any doubt on the ability of XYZ players. We have, heard a lot of buzz around that will be the Pujara over there or Rahane will be over there. I do understand totally, and I do, with due respect to both of that guys, we need to move forward one or day. You cannot just go over there and remember that what they have done. They have done is brilliant. We have lost a series in 2011 at home where you have Sachin Tendulkar, Gigi, Sehwag, Dhoni itself over there. Still, you have lost the series at home. So, do you think though that team was not good at that particular point of time? We have a great spinners in the form, but still you have lost the series against England. So we do need to respect the opponents. And for me, the batting order stability must be there. It should be corrected. They know the importance of this, and they will definitely work out on that particular thing. And it should be stabilized. Each and everyone should know that what will be their role. I'm really expecting something when Anuruddh is mentioning about the playing style about uh, cricket around the world. I think we need to accept this. In a recent time, there are no test match for the 5 days. It's going to over around 3 or 4 days, and this is a generational cricket. So, being a fan, we need to adjust in this particular kind of a format, and this will be the things that are going to happen. And we don't have to be too critical about the batting sides. Why? Because there are the bowling friendly conditions over there. When it come to the someone like Travis Head, he got two reprieves before his 140, and that is the only difference of 140 runs which has won that match for them. So in a next match, it might going to be in our favor as well. So this is something where both teams are at par as of now, and this series will be going to be a much interesting in upcoming time. Why? When everyone is giving their score timeline, I'm also in the favor of 3-1 or 3-2 in the favor of India. Why? Reason is we are playing on Brisbane now, then we are going to play in Sydney, and then we are going to play on the Melbourne. These Melbourne and Sydney conditions really suits us. I'm not saying that we can Australia can't beat us over there, but the conditions are there. We're going to help us. And the Gaba, we have a confidence of playing well over there, and especially the kind of a bowling power we does possess, it's going to be happen. And I'm telling you, there will be no batting fest in this tournament. It will be the bowling shootouts.
I mean, exactly. Like we are seeing, our it's not only with Team India, it's also with the Cricket Australian batting order also, as well. Why I'm saying is this because only one person actually giving us headache, and that is Travis Head. So apart from headache, we don't have any other person to worry about. That's exactly what's my particular view about all about it. Because if we just like work out on certain lineup, asking like where exactly, how exactly we need to tell or tackle Travis said, and if we get him out quickly under 20 runs, then the entire series would be for Team India, I would definitely say. Because we have seen Manas Labuschagne struggling as well. We have seen Usman Khawaja, his foot is also not moving up. And I totally agree with Sunil Gavaskar and the commentators as well, because more often Sunil Gavaskar talks about every player's hand-eye coordination, and he also talks about the foot movement of each and every single player. It's not only with one particular series. If you're following him from majority of the, if you're a great true Test fan or a red ball cricket fan, your foot movement he's should be there, because you should be knowing at least a basic of three things. It might be any particular player. If you love red ball cricket, uh, if you love red ball cricket, it would be something which you guys actually wanted to understand. That first of all, you should be knowing when exactly you need to leave the ball. Okay, so leaving the ball in Test cricket is very, very important. And the second thing is you should know which shot you need to play at what point of time, and which bowler you need to attack, and what kind of patience level you exactly show in this particular format. And the third thing is we should also be looking at certain other things. When I say other things, it's also about like hand-eye coordination between certain left-handers who should be also coming up in between. Having a complete right-hand domination side will also be not being so effective when you're playing under the situations or the conditions like Sena countries. When I say Sena countries, it's not only with Team India. Like it should be everywhere. Okay, so like South African conditions, they all use Kookaburra balls. New Zealand use Kookaburra balls. England use Kookaburra balls. And when you're coming into the subcontinent, where the SG balls will give us a lot of spin, whereas Kookaburra balls, under the overcast conditions, balls starts moving away from the batsman or started to come in, where you can see the ball movement really quick, and the test players should start getting adjusted to it. So that's my opinion. And there is a one more comment from Raghav is that is a left-hand Indian pacer needed in this particular team early on swing and variety. Arshdeep, Khalil, uh, Guranjpreet Singh, height and extra bounce, even more bounce in pink ball test. What's your opinion on this, Omkar? So we have seen like how Stark has been effective, is now the leading wicket taker. So what's your opinion about this? I wanted to come on this right now.
Yes, if we get a good left arm pacer, then it can be really good. But yeah, like it's not a necessary condition that you need to have a left arm seamer and then your bowling attack will be complete. Or like yeah, Mitchell Stark has done really good, but he is Mitchell Stark. That's why he has done really well. I don't think currently you talked about Khalil Ahmed or Hardeep Singh. I'm not saying that they are not good, but I don't think they're ready right now to come at Australia, the international level and then just dominate the Australians in their sport with the pink ball. So currently, we don't have to. We should not focus on we need a left arm seamer, we need a left arm spinner or a leg spinner. We should focus on the person that we already have in the team instead of looking. Yeah, it can be a future prospect. You think okay, Arshdeep has done well for India in two formats. Let's just try him in Test match cricket. But I think everything has its time. Like Arshdeep, if you want to consider him, he first has to play a lot of first class games in Ranji Trophy as well. So if you are thinking of something like that, then it has to be a long term project, not like you fast track someone straight into the Border Gavaskar Trophy. So yeah, that's my opinion on it.
It's really good. I will definitely come back to you, Anirudh. But I before that, like, wanted to understand from you, Kiran, and also Sneh, who's joined us now this for this particular conversation. What would be the final scorecard at the end of PGT?
So Raj, I think basically we shouldn't forget the fact that we have won a first test by 295 runs. So I think for particular Adelaide, I think Australia have always dominated the pink ball test and at Adelaide. So I think this is kind of I think that's a bit we might say that tougher thing for Indian team to tackle this particular test. But I think we should have done better than what result we have been gone through today. So as we might have remember in 2020 and 21 BGT that India might have got all out on 36 runs, and after that India have made a comeback. Like from that part, I think even Ajinkya Rahane told that we used to do a partnerships like for like 10 runs or something, and we have started to build up the innings. So I think that this particular thing is what lacking in this particular test. So I think India have to bounce back in next. I think this best test. So I think we should focus more on building partnerships. And I think what Yashasvi Jaiswal and KL has done in first test, which was I think like sticking on crease for more time, and they have played their part really well. And then after some time, Australian team looks really vulnerable. So I feel if our opening pair does give us some good opening partnership, that would definitely create confidence among the middle order and the lower order as well. So I think if we could do that, we might have a chance in next game. And I think I might have given this a bold prediction, we might say, but I think India might have win this by 4-1, and we might have been going to finals as well.
Hmm. That's again a very bold prediction, I would definitely say. But yeah, coming back to Sneha, who has joined us right now for pretty late. Sneha, what would be your final opinion?
Yeah, my thoughts would be it would be 3-2 in favor of maybe Australia currently,
Mhm.
because currently seeing our batting, I feel I don't have confidence in our batting, because if you see the New Zealand series as well and the Bangladesh series as well, we are very struggling against the swing and the pacey conditions. So yeah, our bowling has done well. For example, if you see the New Zealand match also, the like our batting has put us down. So in this test also, yeah, the first innings is 150, sorry, 180 and 175. We just could not like every match we can't depend on our bowling. In the first match, the same has happened, and our bowling like put us in the match. So I feel yeah, 3-2 in favor of Australia.
Hmm. That's nice. Even Crick Converse with Raghav is also saying the same thing. The final scorecard at the end of BGT, Australia would go 3-2 in his opinion. So we have got a multiple conclusions. So I think I have not left out anybody in terms of the scorecard. But yes, Anirudh, you have something to say.
Actually, many people are writing Australia's batting off, but there is that opener called Nathan McSweeney. He is looking good actually, like how Nitish Kumar Reddy has been doing for us. I saw that in this Adelaide Test match, he has played a few nice shots and he's looking like an upcoming talent. So I think we should not write Australia's batting off completely. Yeah, I agree that Kawaja is out of form, Smith is out of form, but Labuschagne, Head, and McSweeney, I think we should watch out for them. All these three batters, if they start scoring, means that there might be problems for India. We should watch out for them. And again, another opinion which I'm having is, um, in our test team, if Rahane was the highest scorer in the WTC 2023 finals. Before that, he was dropped from the squad and then he was brought back only for the WTC 2023 finals. He was the highest scorer in that final. After that final, there was a West Indies series where we went to West Indies to play the test series. In that series, he didn't score, I agree. After that, he has been completely sidelined, which I'm not able to understand. Like he has in Test cricket, he has been a very successful captain actually. I think after Virat Kohli, Ajinkya Rahane has been a very successful Test captain. And also coming to his batting, he has done so well in the 2021 BGT. He has scored 100 in Melbourne, and he has also captained the team from 36 all out. Like after 36 all out, many experts were predicting like India are finished. We are going to lose. We are going to get whitewashed in that BGT. They have all predicted like that. Nobody even gave any chance to India to even win one test match in that series after the 36 all out. But then we have bounced back and we have won in Melbourne and we have won in Brisbane where we never won before that series. We have done all these things. In fact, at one stage, Rahane had not lost a test match as captain. I think still, I don't think he has lost a test match as captain. So he has captained so well like that, and he has also done decent in batting. So for one bad series in West Indies, why do we need to sideline Ajinkya Rahane? That is my question. Like now, like how now Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, they are failing continuously, but they are still given chances. But then for Rahane and Pujara and all those players who can stand at the crease, can spend time, can play patiently, can play long innings, you sideline them just because they have just failed in one bad series, which is not acceptable actually, because every player has their ups and downs. So you sideline such a player, and then we complain and say that we don't have players who can spend time in the middle. We don't have players who can play long innings. It's not acceptable, isn't it? It's our fault, and we have to accept it. Just because we are doing so well in T20 cricket, just because we are doing so well in IPL cricket, we cannot get carried away and say that we are going to play the same way in all formats. Test cricket means we have to play patiently. We have to play for 5 days. We can't say that we are going to only play T20 style in Test cricket. That is not going to work all the time. So I feel these kind of things I'm not happy with our team, and maybe that is what is that is the issue why we are not able to win matches in Test cricket nowadays. We should correct all these things. Like we should back certain players, even though they are not having the popularity, they are not being famous. We need to still back them. They have done well. I don't think if you check the stats, I don't think Ajinkya Rahane has lost a test match in his captaincy. I think someone has to correct me if I'm wrong. So those kind of captains, those kind of batsmen have to be backed, have to be given opportunities. Then only they can bring out the best in them, because nobody can score every match, right? Just because of one bad series you sideline a player means it's not acceptable to me. So that is my views.
Anirudh, Raghav, who has been watching our stream completely live all throughout, he's saying that he's totally agree with the points, whatever you have made. We all totally agree with your points, and those are actually a valid points. Like we just have to play the test match all throughout the 5 days. Just because not to go back to the past, like for the last few years, but when the new ODA format which was introduced, if we just remember, Sunil Gavaskar played for almost like 30 overs and then he scored only 32 runs. It's only matter of fact because he loved more of a test cricket rather than coming and playing ODI cricket. So thank you so much for Anirudh being a constant viewer and giving us your valid opinions as well. And now he goes on to say one more point. Reason is just that fixed. Reason is just they are fixed with the one player and the position. India needs to fix their players, their position, their roles, positions, and back their roles for the rest of the players. So what he's totally saying is that India needs to stick on to their batting position and the roles, whatever which have been giving. So if you ask me, like just to summarize, everybody, Pratik is saying India to go on win 3-1. Even Sanchit is also going on to say 3-1. Mahesh is saying 3-2, if I'm not wrong. Kiran going with a bold predictions of 4-1. Omkar, I did not get your point, but I'll come to your point on the scoreline as well. Raumin saying again 3-2. Anirudh saying 3-2 in favor of Australia. Even Sneh is also saying 3-2 in favor of Australia. Omkar, your thoughts, and then I'll give the final conclusion on my views, and then like we can wind it up, guys.
I'm not really good in making predictions like that, but I've followed this team for a long time, and I have great amount of belief in this group of individuals, and they have done things which were not looking very much possible. If you even take the example of T20 World Cup, where the senior guys were back, everybody was shouting, "Why on earth these guys are back playing in the T20 side? The reins should be handed over to the young side." But they, despite of all the odds, won the T20 World Cup. So I still very much believe in the capability of all the group of players which are there. And yeah, I agree with Kiran. It can be very much a possibility that it can be 4-1 as well with the red ball coming. And I'm not just saying that it will be 4-1. If you look at the venues, I completely agree with what Romin is saying. If you look at the venues now, Gaba, Melbourne, and Sydney, especially Melbourne and Sydney, if you look at the bounce at Melbourne, it is a very flat kind of a wicket. It would very, very much suit the Indian batsman. India has always played very, very well at MCG as well as Sydney and the Gaba. We know rarely we played well at Gaba, but since the recency, if we saw, we won a fabulous test match at the Gaba. I just say two things. India has to get the first innings lead, and how? Just two problems they need to solve. They have to find someone who will help Bumrah, who will support Bumrah. Bumrah has to get a lot of support. If they do that, it's going to be a good thing. And most important thing, our batting together has to click as a group. It has been dependent on a single batter over the last couple of matches, but our batting lineup has to be clicking as a group. If India figures out that, then it can be 4-1 in favor of India, and India can go into the final on its own. hopefully.
4-1 is again Omkar is predicting. Yes, Sneh.
Yeah, my point is actually, I agree with what Aniruddha said. Like, for example, take a captain like Rahane, but it's too late to get him back. So what India can do is take a batsman like Shubman Gill who can like play the long innings. For example, like with a strike rate of 40, 50. If you see the scorecard of yesterday, out of 8 players, 6 players having a strike rate of 70 plus. That's a worrying sign for us. But in this test match actually, and in 30 overs they have scored 120 runs with a actually with a run rate of 4 plus. So we don't have the batsmen to like Pujara or Rahane to just grind the bowlers. So yeah, we need to have batsmen like that. And if Rohit plays in the middle order, then he don't deserve to be in this team. So that might be harsh for someone, but as an opener, he can be fit in the team, and as a middle order player, it he did not deserve a place in this team. So and one more thing, playing Ravi Ashwin in this test match is like a blunder, I would say. Your batting is very weak, and yeah, he's a legend. He's a very legendary bowler. But you can play Sundar or Jadeja to strengthen your batting. So these are my 3 points coming to this test match.
That's so nice and a bold prediction as well. Before I conclude this particular view, I mean my particular view as well, Anirudh, I'm so sorry. I'll take your question later. But yes, Raghav goes on to say Josh Hazelwood, if he is fit, Scott Boland, both playing in the same test match, and it's going to be a great headache because you need to take off one batter or an all-rounder in the third test. So my thoughts, yes, I would definitely give my thoughts as well, Raga, on this one. So before I conclude, I have a couple of more points to make. First thing is my prediction on a couple of players. Again, like I don't want to reshuffle a lot much on my batting order. I would definitely open with Rohit Sharma again, along with Yashasvi Jaiswal in the top of the order. At number three, I would like ask Virat Kohli to bat at number three because that has been a frequent position where he has scored a maximum number of runs as well. And number four, I would like to demote Shubman Gill at number four position. It's only and only because wherein he actually gets to more time to understand the match situation and the simulation as well. He can get along and adjust it along with the overall senior players as well. If somebody goes down, I'm sure whatever Yashasvi Jaiswal is doing right now, it's actually a very good thing. And number five, I have definitely would go with KL Rahul at any point of time because I need a very good, strong middle order. At number six, I would stick on with what to say, Rishabh Pant because Rishabh Pant at number six, he has done wonders in Australia as well and also in the Sena countries. Our major concept and situations at number six, and I would still because that left-hander coming in after five top right-handers would actually trouble any batsman because if you get out early, if you take your Rishabh Pant's wicket in the start of the innings only, then there would be not much of an headache for any of the teams. If he comes a bit later, any team would definitely have a panic like, okay, Rishabh Pant is coming in at number six, Rishabh Pant is coming then they will be out of plans. So when you have a stabilized player who can actually trouble the opposition in terms of like consuming their energy levels, their patience, and number four and number five, both the Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, and KL Rahul would actually trouble the bowlers as well. At number seven, again, Nitish Kumar Reddy. He's also a very good all-rounder as well. Number eight, I would definitely go ahead with Arshit Rana. I would definitely give him one more chance in this particular test match, and I don't want to take disturb that particular bowling order as of now. And at number nine, I would still stick on with sorry, number eight, nine, right? Yeah. Number nine, I would definitely go ahead with Jasprit Bumrah, just only because of one particular thing. He's a legend of a player. At number 10, like I would go for Siraj again. Number 11, why I'd say number 11, it's because like when I stabilize with my three seamers, and a fourth seamer as Nitish Reddy, because we know he has a very good domestic record as well. He has picked up lots of wickets in the domestic before he has been picked up or called out for Team India at under 21 age, or like whatever the series he has played. So for that one particular spot, you have a great battle between Ravi Jadeja, Ravi Ashwin, and as well as Washington Sundar. So if you would like to go with that particular batting order, if you want to have lots of questions as well. Lots of questions in your mind, because for Team India at this point of time, who they have to go for a spinner, because we know what Nathan Lyon could do. And if India could take any particular test match for a day 4 or a day 5, I am sure India would definitely win this particular test series with a margin of 3-2, I would say, because Brisbane again at Gaba, like it would be a headache for any particular team whatsoever. But if India could come out with this particular batting order, I would say India has a slight edge over Australia, and that's all is my opinion. Yes, Anuros, final thoughts. I don't have much time. You just have 1 minute.
Yeah, another view I'm having, like Snayboy was saying that picking Ashwin in this test match was a blunder, and maybe we can pick Washington Sundar or Ravindra Jadeja. There's another player called Akshar Patel who has done really well for India in Test cricket, and I think he was there in the New Zealand series and Bangladesh series also. I really don't understand why he has been benched. Like he has done so well, especially in the T20 World Cup final. If you see, he has contributed runs with the bat, and he's in Test cricket in home Test matches. We have seen that he along with Ashwin and Jadeja have picked up a lot of wickets in turning tracks,
I would totally,
and
I,
he
I
can
would
be a
totally agree with you, Anirudh. I'm sorry to cut down because I'm really, really.
So he should be he should be considered in the team for upcoming test series, I guess, because it's really unfair to sideline such a player who has contributed so well with bat and ball.
Mhm.
Like we know that we have legends like Ashwin and Jadeja, but still Akshar Patel is also a rising star. He has done so well with bat and ball. So we need to also give him a chance and develop him. And who knows, maybe he can also become another Ashwin and Ravindra Jadeja in the future. So yeah, that's another point I wanted to say.
Exactly. At the end of the day, you only have 15-member squad for your particular team, and therein, in a nation of 1.4 billion people who play cricket, to select only 15 members is going to be a difficult task for any of the cricketing boards. I would definitely say this. With that being said, thank you so much for all the beautiful gentlemen who was actually joined at this particular stream, giving their thoughts, giving their opinions. I'm sure the panel was slightly bigger. That's the reason why we could not able to get lots more of personal views from each and every single person. The questions were a bit limited as well. And going forward, I would definitely like to interact and as a one-to-one session as well. So before ending this particular stream, Raghav has one more thing to say. I don't see any players from Ranji Trophy continuously performing in this team, or do you see anyone coming soon? Guys like Akib Nabi, Baba Inderjit, etc. So again, like Raghav, no hard feelings on you. Your comment was totally valid. We need to see lots of domestic players coming in to the national side as well. They deserve to be in the particular squad as well. But only I can fit in 11 players, the 11 best I could see. So only these 11 players could actually make it to the nation, and they have to make us proud. But yes, Baba Inderjit, he deserves a place for his continuous batting performances, where he has contributed much more for Tamil Nadu as well. The same thing, the questions were being also raised with Sarfraz Khan as well, and lots of other things as well. So there are lots of players who wants to coming in. There are lots of questions being raised on Rutraj Gaikwad. Why is not been selected? Why the opportunities are not being given to him? Because the top 11 players who has been performed. In a country like India, you need senior players, you need junior players as well to carry on that momentum and to carry on that particular legacy what we have created over a period of last 15 years, I would say. So that's all I had for this evening. Thank you so much, everyone, those who have joined for the particular stream. Those, in case if you guys have not yet subscribed, please do like, share, and subscribe. I have Omkar as well, a great YouTuber, Gokul as well, Kiran, a great analyst, and I would definitely be tagging you guys on my particular channel as well. And that's all. I would see you guys very, very soon. I would be interacting with each and every one of you because all of you gentlemen has a great knowledge about the game and the sport, as you guys are also not only working doing so much in your personal life, you're contributing so much for this cricketing fraternity as well. So that's all from my side, guys. Thank you so much, everyone, and see you all soon.
Thank you guys.